Okay guys, this is a super low tech way of doing this. I haven't looked into the screen recording apps yet. So I've had a few questions about how to actually set up and organize the Blackboard content. So I wanted to go in really quickly to one of my courses. You can see here, this is where the announcements are posted. Okay, so announcements serves as only a area where you can do general housekeeping. This is where you put announcements regarding scheduling, and if we were to never to return to the building, you would want to put it here. If you are about to have a midterm and you want to remind them, you would put it here. Also, just general things that may come along, communications from myself or Tiffany, they would go here also. Okay. Going into course content. Course content is where you want to actually put all of your items. This is where everything will actually happen for the class. I'm going to delete this real quick so that I can recreate it. All right, so here I have a program update. This is just a video that I created for the classes that I have, to just kind of tell them in person, what's going on, what are our plans for them. In here, this is called a learning module. You're going to want to have your learning modules set up by Monday every single week. You're going to want to put all of your course materials, so that can be videos, that can be lectures, PowerPoints, external links that you find are applicable to whatever you're doing. Your assessment usually goes at the bottom of whatever your segment is. So say it's, for this week, my students were supposed to come back to midterm exams last week, so they still need to make that happen. So I've got their midterm exam down here. So all of these things are kind of created outside of Blackboard, and then I've just kind of input them where I feel like they will do best. So when you create this, kind of create it for the week and then leave it alone. Students are going to log into it, say on Monday. They're going to see what the assignments are for the week. They may not log in again until maybe Wednesday or Thursday, when they're able to access a computer. Make sure that you have not added a bunch of stuff as a surprise, and then have it due on Friday, right? So going forward, our goal is to have all of our coursework uploaded by Monday of each week, and then have due dates somewhere within that week. It's also okay to have due dates on the weekend if you feel like your students are in a particularly rough situation overall. Maybe you have a lot of students that are not able to access a computer on a maybe a daily basis, because they've got a lot of kids that are all sharing one computer to homeschool and all that. So when you go in here, you're going to go to build content. You're going to click on learning module. That will create the module for the week. So we're going to name this week 12. Always good to put dates on there too, and just kind of so that students know more of what time period this module would refer to. Maybe if they're late checking in, they may not be familiar with the what week we would be in. That's not something that they generally care about. The text here, this will show up underneath the learning module on that first page. So this will kind of give you an overview of what is to be contained in the module, right? I'm going to leave it blank for now so we can move on. Push submit, and then bam, it shows up here. So if I want to put words here, that would be editing here under this caret. Click edit. That will allow me to input some language here. We want to add things within the learning module. So you're going to go to build content, and then whatever you want to put in here. So maybe you made a lecture video, you uploaded it to YouTube, you would put that here. You would click on YouTube video and then, you would search it for yourself. If you wanted to create an assessment, maybe it's test time for you, you would go to test and then create, because you have not created a test here yet, and you will first of all name it. So let's say it's a week 12 test. In the description basically just says what the test is about. This is just kind of a heading that will show up whenever they actually take the test. Instructions, basic, read the items carefully, do your best. If there's a time limit, you would want to put it on here. And then we say submit. Okay, so then that brings you to this screen where you get to choose what type of a question you want. This is pretty self-explanatory once you get going, but say you want a multiple choice, you would put the question here, come down to this section, and then this is where you would put your answers. So you'd have answer 1, 2, 3, and 4, A, B, C, D. You would make sure that you use the radio button to designate which ones is actually the correct answer. If you forget to do that, then answer number 1 is going to be marked as correct for all of them. So depending on how you put it in, you could have the incorrect answer marked. Once you finish that question, you would want to come down here to the bottom and submit, create another. Okay, so basically it's all blank, it's not going to let me do it. But you would go question by question. You would be able to pick out exactly what type of question you wanted. Sorry. Okay. So if you wanted to integrate some Kaltura or files can just be Word documents. That you can put your maybe your lesson plan for the day into a Word document, and then you can present the assignment that way. I have one of those for cake decorating 2 at the moment. I wrote up their assignment as this is a costing assignment. So I made the assignment in a Word document, and then I just linked it here. So they would just click on it, and then they can read the whole document, and then they're able to actually type in it. Okay, so this is their assignment. They have a case study, and then they have to go through all the steps of costing out this wedding cake for a client. They would be able to type in there, and then there is a link right below it where it shows where they're going to actually turn in the assignment using a Turnitin link. So when you click on the link here, they are able to fill in their information. And then they will either choose from their computer, Dropbox, or Google Drive, upload, and then you would be able to view the assignment on your end. So I hope some of these things will help just to see it in person, as opposed to just kind of, a theory of how it's supposed to look. So just be very aware that someone else has to interpret exactly what you want them to do. So make it very, very clear. Our students are not used to this, and we're not used to it either. So we all need to be pretty patient with each other at this time. So let me know if I can be of further assistance for you. I'm only a phone call or a text away. I'm able to answer email during the day, but a lot of my coursework is getting uploaded at night. A note about that, Tiffany does not want the announcements to go out in the evening or at night. She wants program announcements to go out during the day, so that students, theoretically would be awake to receive them. Also, if you post a test, that test would trigger a notification. So we want to try not to post things into Blackboard that would create a notification, say at 3 o'clock in the morning, if that's when you're able to do your work. So that's about it for now. So good luck.